already very, very popular. And you know, Jay, I believe it or not, in all these years, the one gem show I've never been to, and you promised me before all this craziness happened that I would go with you one of these days, is the Tucson Gem event. But I know how highly collectible and sought after the most premium tiger's eye is, and people go worldwide. I mean, from all over the world. I think this is my right size here. To find tiger's eye to that specific show, and other places for that matter. But this collection in this suite is so beautiful, new on the day today. And I love it when, again, we can do, if possible, especially with the 5 flex payments, a necklace and a pendant, a matching cuff bracelet, a matching ring, the matching earrings, everything to go back along with it. So tell us a little bit about this rare, unique Mind Find. And they're all featured price. They will be the HSN prices. So like the necklace and the pendant will eventually be $200, but right now, because we're previewing it, these are all featured price on top of that. So tiger's eye, and I know you have a true affinity to this special stone.
Tigers and I go way back. We got a lot of stories we can tell. We got a lot of stories we can't tell. It's kind of like what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right. It's I can tell you some of the stories. So I designed this. I kept it simple, very contemporary. I consider this as my donation to our gallery collection. Okay, I have artists that work with me that, by far, I mean, they're true gallery artists. I'm not saying I am. I have my own feel, okay? We all started out designing. I design a certain way, okay? But I like to keep it simple. I like to keep high polish. I like to keep stone presence. I like to make I like to make the material kind of the essence of the design. And that's what we've done here. These are the kind of designs that I would make for my wife and that she would wear. You know, it's kind of like contemporary, it's modern, but it's like, in this case, I kind of scaled myself back, I kept it down. These are all completely hand done, one at a time, by our silversmiths out of sterling silver sheet material. All of these stones, you don't order these cabochons. Nobody sells these cabs. Okay, you can't go online and buy that cab in that size. Those are all hand cut. Do you see this, the shape of them? That's all custom design. I draw that up. They cut the templates for this. I made it as a matching suite because you know, that's kind of like when I do things. I like. Whenever, you know, when you see my designs, it's very rare that I just do a standalone. Sometimes I'll do a standalone cuff, or maybe I'll do a standalone necklace. But usually when you see what I do, I always try to do a whole suite, because that's what I like. I like where you get to wear it at all. I mean, you've got all the matching accessories. But the tiger's eye in this case, and I know that we've shown quite a bit of tiger's eye. You know, tiger's eye, believe it or not, when I first got introduced to this was in late 70s, early 80s. And it's when we were going to, it comes out of Namibia. Back then, they had a law. They wouldn't let you export just the rough material from Namibia. You had to go out in a product. So we used to go around and we would go to the markets. This is before I actually knew the miners. Later on, I met the miners, you know, through the years. You know, we've actually been able to go to source on it. But back then, we would buy anything. They would have like they cut it into like massive Buddhas. They cut it into giraffes. I remember buying these giraffes that were massive. I mean, they were beautiful works of art. Massive giraffes, bookends, ashtrays that looked like the size of an elephant footprint, right? But it had these beautiful natural chatoyancy to it of tiger's eye. And this is before people in the 70s and early 80s, before people even knew about tiger's eye. And you know, I wish I had footage of people that would go into our shop. So they'd come back to, we had this, our small shop in Albuquerque, and we would be in there, we'd be cutting up a giraffe. You know, so I'd have a giraffe like this tall, or there'd be a Buddha, and we had whacked his head off, you know, and we were slicing up Buddha, you know, and because we didn't want the Buddha, we wanted the material, but the only way we could get the material out of Namibia was to do it. So we would get the biggest monster pieces that we could find that had, you know, really nice chatoyancy, and then we would cut it into cabs. That's before we really did beads. You know, that back then we really weren't that, you know, if we did beads, they were usually in turquoise, and they were usually Hishi beads. But so I have so many fond memories of this material. So every time I design
I never heard that story. I'm
every time
blown
I
away.
design with that, I always get flashbacks. And you know, I was a lot younger then. I had a lot more hair. And my hair was black. So, and
Did
I
you
also
have
had a
long
beard.
hair?
I had very long hair.
That's right. I do remember you saying that.
I've always been Western. I was cowboy boots, blue jeans. I was a cosmic cowboy.
Yeah.
You know, like every time I think about it, I think about all the stuff I've done in my life, and this is one of the materials that always brings back so many great memories.
How fun. I love those stories. I know, extremely popular, brand new for our GEM event. Again, 5 flex payments, everything that we're highlighting throughout the entire Tucson GEM event, all of our big brands, which is fantastic, so you can break up your payments over the next 5 months, especially when we're able to offer a suite like this, knowing that it's all coming out of the same material. Just like Jay was saying, everything matches beautifully. It just looks so put together. So with FlexPay, maybe that'll help out a little bit. Maybe you can get 1 or 2 pieces, or maybe even splurge and get 3 pieces. But right now, the ring we still have available in 5 through 12. I know I had a question about the cuff bracelet. Traditionally, we say a cuff bracelet from Jay because you can gently kind of tighten it and just loosen it a little bit. So we typically say will comfortably fit up to about an 8-inch wrist, or even if you don't mind, if you have a little bit of larger wrist, the opening being a little bit further in the back of the bracelet. But yeah, if you, again, just adjust it to whatever's most comfortable for you, that's premium quality. I mean, truly lit within. That constant movement that you have and that tiger's eye, it always gives off. It's just like it's one way it looks one color, another way it looks another color. It always looks like it has movement to it because of the way it's faceted. And you're getting an entire 18-inch necklace with the 2 3/4-inch extender, the matching beautiful pendant to go along with it. That's available also at $181.82 with 5 flex pays. Okay, we have a quick update. Oh, the Ethiopian, oh, I'm not surprised. That necklace is completely sold out. Talk about highly collectible and